What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode in our Road to Glory series. Today we will be entering the divisions once again, just like last episode, and the aim of this series is basically to see how our club can progress in basically the remaining months of this FIFA, and see if we can pick up a lot of coins, get some good players, and possibly win Division 1. We will be entering the draft eventually, but the first game we go into is against the 4-4-2 really random team. There's players from like almost every league in there, none of them touching apart from the left mid, centre mid and the centre back and the right back. Apart from that, everyone else is off chem and doesn't link to each other. Now, this game was a very end-to-end match, and it took a while before I could actually get a goal, and of all people, it is Fellaini on his left foot across the face of goal, making it 1-0 in the 26th minute. Now, Fellaini is a good player on this game. I'm quite enjoying using him in this team. He's solid in midfield, he wins the ball in the air, and apparently he's got decent shooting on his left peg. And not too long later, we do have another attack, and I pass it into the box, and apparently I got taken down straight away. So it was going to Fellaini, and I didn't really want it to go to Fellaini, but it did end up going towards Fellaini. But then we do get taken down, so we do get a penalty, and it's near the half-time mark, so it's a good time to make double our lead. And Lukaku was the one who was taken down, so Lukaku is the one who takes the penalty, and my opponent does dive the right way, so we do take it to the left, and he does dive the right way, but it's unfortunate to not save it. But that is fortunate for us, because it does mean we double our lead just before half time, making it 2-0. And the game wasn't hard at all. He did create a few chances, but then threw them away very, very quickly. There was one moment where he had 3-on-1, three of his attackers, and I had one defender back, and he completely fluffed it. And as you see there at the half time, completely in control, and he had only made a few attacks on me, and I think it's in the second half he gets the attack which he completely messes up, and here he passes it out. I go in with the turbo. He did well at stopping me there, but he did do that quite a few times in the game. He did pass it out from keeper, so I did expect that. Ericsson does a few skill moves to evade the tackle. He backs off, so I just shoot with Ericsson, and it goes in. So that makes it 3-0. Not too long after half time, and I just felt him getting a bit more agitated, and he kept sliding in for tackles and basically starting to lose his grip on the game. And here he does get an attack down the right hand side. My player Azpilicueta not fast enough apparently to keep up with him. He does then pass it in, but I do manage to intercept that. Then I try to clear it, and he intercepts it again. Then I try to clear it again, he intercepts it, he takes the shot, and I manage to block that and get the pass off, and we get a counter attack going. Lukaku with a couple step over ball roll, passes it out to Turbe. Turbe takes it around the keeper, composes himself, and then takes a finesse shot and squeezes it in to make it 4-0. And it was I left in the clips of him getting some attacks to show you that he was getting attacked in the game, but he wasn't making much use of them. Now, the game may have just not been going his way, or he just didn't play well that game. But Ericsson did get man of the match, and we did win the title in Division 10, meaning we did get 2,000 bonus coins. So we did get around 2,500 coins from that match, meaning our coin total was boosted quite a lot, and that did allow us to have the coins to possibly look at our teams and upgrade someone. Now, I was looking at right backs for the Premier League team because Sanya wasn't cutting it, but I couldn't find one. I was thinking about Walker, but I didn't bother picking him up because he was about 2,000 coins. I didn't really want to buy him at this stage. I do change the formation of the German league team because I wasn't finding the 4-1-2-1-2 working that well. So I changed it to the 4-3-2-1, and I put Ramos onto the transfer market for 800 coins by now, which is only 50 coins less than what we bought him for. I know this series is trying to make use of everything that we can, but I wanted him to sell pretty quickly so he could go purchase another player. And I thought the midfield needs a bit of work, especially the fact that we are missing a midfielder now. We've changed formation, so I do go and get Ike Gundogan for a fair amount of coins, but not too expensive. And I did pick up the one with the most contracts because, as explained in the previous episode, contracts are now becoming a bigger issue for us. And I basically thought he was a good player, so I picked him up. And then I did look to see if we could purchase an El Yunusi or Bellarabi in the wing position, but it turns out there was only one El Yunusi on the market in left wing, and he was very expensive. I wasn't going to purchase him. And Bellarabi, there was quite a few, but again, they were a fair amount of coins, and I didn't really want to spend so much at the time. So I thought, let's just leave them on the chemistry state they're in, which I think is like 6 chemistry or 5 and 6 chem for each of them, and to see how they play. And if they didn't play very well, if they don't play very well, I may take them out of the team, but if they do play well, I'll leave them in. So our next game is with the Bundesliga team, with the new formation and Gundogan, our new signing. And it took a while to find an opponent. I don't know why, but it is our first game in Division 9, and I was hoping to start things off with a win. Now, the first opponent we do come up against does have a 4-3-2-1 as well. He has a very weird team. It's like a French league team, but then he has Menez at left forward instead of his preferred position being centre forward / striker. Then he has David Villa up front, then Berardi at right wing and De Bruyne in midfield, and a defensive mid at centre back. Now, I looked at the team and I thought his attack is so off chem that it may be beneficial for us because of the fact that he may not be able to put away his chances. Now, it didn't take us very long to get a goal in the match, and he was putting on the pressure very early on. It was a very laggy game at the start, and he paused it 6 minutes in, and then the lag seemed to stop. So either he was watching a stream or doing something, but he stopped that and it stopped lagging, and we did get an attack, and I passed it to the back post to Hernandez, who does slot it away to make it 1-0 just 8 minutes in. Now, half time it stayed at 1-0, and as you see there, we are dominating possession, shots, everything we are basically in control of. He does make a substitution at half time, bringing on Gaetan for his midfielder, and I didn't really take much notice of that at the time, but I think Gaetan is one of those players in the game who's quite good. Now, he does get an attack which managed to suppress and stop, and I do play it out wide to Hernandez, who has that bit more pace than his defender, just like our previous goal where Bellarabi managed to outpace his defender and pass it across the box with a triple tap at the square and managed to turn and shoot. So we do double our lead, and yeah, making it 2-0. So we're in a comfortable position in our first game in Division 10, making a very good impression. And I think it was, again, an easy game. Now, obviously, I'm not expecting games to be difficult in these low divisions because you get the players that have either just started or have restarted. But here we do get the ball out wide for Bellarabi, who does flick it back, takes a shot on after a couple more touches, and then my opponent pauses and quits the game. Now, I don't know why he did this. I know he was 2-0 down, but he still had about 20 minutes left to play, and it's almost as if he quit because of that chance. Now, El Yunusi did pick up man of the match that game, so we did end up winning it 2-0. 464 points earned, as you see by the stats there. He was dominated by us. Now, that does mean we pick up our first 3 points in Division 9, and we do need 13 for promotion. But this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button, and if you didn't enjoy, let me know why in the comments below, because it would be great to hear some feedback from you guys. And subscribe if you haven't already, and I will speak to you in the next episode. Goodbye.
Reach, and there's a fire that I won't slay. There's a fire but no fire brigade. Help our souls tonight, we are losing this fight. Oh, help our